welcome back to the weekly vibe check. We're going to be looking in this week to see what things could be coming up, what the general energy is going to be, maybe some obstacles, possible outcomes, just checking into the general reading of the energy for the upcoming week. As usual, I have 4 piles in front of me, and we will be going in deeper with tarot cards and some additional oracle cards. So at this time, I want to invite you to take a few deep breaths, clear your mind, and allow yourself to be intuitively guided to one of the 4 piles in front of you. So with pile 1, we have the Tiger's Eye wand. Pile 2 is the Aura Heart. Pile 3 is the Clear Quartz. And pile 4 is the Selenite wand. Okay, so take a few minutes, relax your mind, and just allow yourself to be pulled to one or more of the piles. If you are pulled to more than one pile, that's perfectly fine. It means that there's probably another message there for you. You might have multiple messages today, so feel free to watch as many of these readings as you desire. I am also open for private and personal readings. All my information can be found in the description box below if you want to reach out and contact me to set up a private reading or an extended reading on what we're seeing here today. And to save myself so I don't have to keep saying it at the end of each reading, please subscribe for more videos in the future. I try to put out a few videos each week, so don't forget to subscribe, like this video if it helps you or resonates in some way. Timestamps for each pile will be in the description box. And once you have chosen your pile or piles, I will meet you at your tarot reading. Pile 1, if you chose pile 1 or the Tiger's Eye wand, we are going to get into your reading for the week. Starting off with an angel card. The card pulled for you today is Life Purpose. The purpose of your goal is to serve in a way that brings great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then your purpose will serve you. So I think that's some pretty solid advice for the week ahead. If you're someone who has been focusing too much on where you want to go with your life, something that you want to do, maybe now is the time for you to take a step back and just allow yourself to be guided. Perhaps going into the service industry or doing some kind of community work, community service, something of that nature. So I am going to pull a few tarot cards just so we can get a little bit of information about this week's energy and vibe and things coming ahead. So the first thing I have is the 5 of Coins or the 5 of Pentacles. So pile 1, money could be an issue this week. Maybe you thought something was going to be coming in that isn't. Maybe you're expecting to be getting some overtime or a different job or a promotion, and for whatever reason, it's not coming through. So you're going to need to be wise about your money this week. Make sure you're sticking to a budget and not overspending. So then we have the pillar. I believe the pillar is the High Priestess. Let me just double check. Oh, I'm sorry, it's the Empress. I always get those two confused. So we have the Empress coming up this week, which is telling me that, yes, even more so, I'm getting the feeling that there's some stress here, I'm feeling a very independent person. So you're someone who has been on your own for quite some time, or if you're not living on your own, you do take care of your own things. So you could be someone who's still living at home, but you have a career or you have a reliable job. You pay for your, you may not pay rent, but you take care of yourself in every other way. You buy your own groceries, you pay for your car, your insurance, all of that stuff. All your bills are paid for by you. The only thing is you're getting a break on the rent. So what I'm getting is a very independent person, and that's probably why this is coming up, that you need to be more conscious about your money, is because you don't really have that safety net. Like, there isn't really anyone for you to fall back onto, or if there is, it's not something that you want to do. You want to continue to be this independent, proud person, and for you, having to borrow money or ask for help is not independent. That's not successful to you, and you don't want to take those steps back. So again, I'm going to come back to we're really focusing on the finances this week. I think if you stick to your budget, you don't overspend, you don't make any impulse buys or anything like that, you're definitely going to have abundance in the long run. And a lot of self-discipline here, but this week is going to be pretty crucial for your finances. And then we also have the Ace of Coins coming out. So again, we're looking at the finances here. With the Ace of Coins, this could be an opportunity. I'm thinking that, because I'm feeling like someone is waiting for something to come in. Like you're expecting some sort of payment or something of that nature. And I feel like either that is going to end, like that payment or whatever it is that you're waiting for, it's never going to come to fruition. So that's the reason behind having to basically rebudget everything. Or I feel like that's not going to come in, and then on top of that, there's going to be another there's going to be something to replace that, a new source of income. I also feel like with the Ace of Coins and the Empress or the Pillar here, there's going to be a lot of abundance. When I think of the Empress, I definitely don't think of someone who is lacking. I don't get the feeling of someone being in need. quite the opposite. What I'm feeling is someone who has more than enough, who is willing to help others, assist others, whether that be with their time, their money, creating something, donating something. Definitely someone who is willing to spread that love around, who's willing to share what they have, which could be another reason why we're coming up with the 5 of coins, because you may have a tendency to give, but at the end of the day, you're not keeping what you need for yourself. And like I said, I feel like there is something that was supposed to come through, but it's not going to be coming through now, or it's going to be delayed, or there's actually going to be something else replacing that thing. So it's going to be, either way, there's going to be a shift, there's going to be a change in your finances, what you need to do, how you need to budget things. I'm not necessarily saying that if you're going to be receiving a different source of this money, this abundance, that it's going to be less or more than was previously anticipated. But I'm feeling that there is going to be a change in that source. I want to pull one more card. I'm just going to see if I can clarify the 5 of coins here. Just want to see if we can get a little bit more information, maybe something more specific about this 5 of coins energy, about what is it about your finances. Okay, I'm going to take this card. So we have the moon that kind of popped up. Like I said, I was feeling that you're either waiting for something to come, or like there's like, for example, if you receive alimony or something, you generally receive it the same time every month. When you're going to be receiving it, what the amount is going to be for, and so you budget that in. But what I'm feeling is, and I'm not using alimony as a specific example, I'm just saying so that you can understand the stability, the repetitiveness of something. What I'm saying is, I'm feeling like whatever the source is, either it's going to be delayed, something's getting held up, maybe you had to recertify something or submit documentation of some sort, something got held up, and it's not going to do you any good to keep yourself in the dark. Like, intuitively, I feel like already what you need to do without me even telling you this, without this message even coming through. So this is really just a confirmation for yourself. And again, here with the moon and the Empress, this is a confirmation that yes, you need to hunker down and really, make sure you are sticking to the budget this week. And I think, intuitively, you already kind of knew that. You already felt that. That was the vibe. This week is going to be money concerns and financial concerns. Okay, so let's pull 1 or 2 more oracle cards for the energy of this week for pile 1. Any messages Okay. Life purpose. So this is definitely something that's going to be important this week, because we got 2 confirmations of this card. Now, what I'm thinking is that for whatever reason, you have intertwined your life's purpose with your financial stability or your financial standing. And I'm really feeling that this is not in alignment with your path. This is not in alignment with who you are. And that could be why Spirit is basically saying, you need to really take a step back and actually look at how you're valuing things, how you're valuing yourself, how you're valuing your life, what you're doing for yourself, what you're doing for others, what you're doing for the world. I think now is a good time for you to allow yourself to serve others, allow yourself to help others. And that's really going to unlock your life's purpose and I feel like it will give you not just the motivation, but again, with the moon and the empress here, there's a lot of intuition happening. So I'm getting the feeling like you are a person who is pretty aware of themselves, pretty aware of the situation they're in, pretty aware of what's going on around them. And I get the feeling that you've known for quite some time that whatever it is that you're doing, it's not really jiving with the person that you have grown into. Maybe this suited you at one time, but unfortunately we do grow, and sometimes we change, can change completely and be unrecognizable. And this is one of those situations where, this was a solution to a problem you had before. However, you no longer have that problem that you had before. So it's time to reassess and reevaluate where you are in life and reevaluate what it is that you're doing. So in conclusion, pile one, I think this week is going to be a good week for you to just kind of mellow out, take a step back and just really take in what's going on around you and be in the moment. Definitely live in the moment a little bit more instead of being so focused on the future and what your goals are in the future. And one other thing I will say is it is okay if you don't have a plan. If you have an idea of what you want to do, but maybe all the steps aren't marked out yet, that's perfectly okay. And it's perfectly okay for you to start pursuing that idea or that plan without having all of those steps mapped out. Sometimes the best way to do things is just to do it and make it up as you go along. I think that's all I have for you guys this week. I hope this resonated. I hope it helps. And I will see you guys in the next one. Pile 2. If you chose pile 2 or the Aura Heart, we are going to get into your reading for this week. The general energy vibes coming off of this week, possible things you may encounter, and just what the focus of this week is going to be. So the first thing we have is the Angel card, Fresh Air. Your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants, and flowers. Spend time outside today, as near to Mother Nature's cradle as possible. Open your curtains and windows to refresh your home as well. So pile 2, I'm feeling like you guys are feeling stagnant. You're at this low level vibration, low energy vibration, and you just kind of feel stuck here. I'm not sure what's going on with you guys, but I am kind of feeling like a disconnect or a stagnation here. So definitely take some time to go outside, really ground yourself in the earth. You would be surprised how much it can really help you. So, okay, let's take this card here. We have the 8 of Coins in reverse. So what I'm feeling here with the 8 of Coins in reverse is, again, I'm feeling like, as I look at the card with all the threads, I just kind of feel like it's very jumbled. It's very tangled. It's like you're connected, but you're not connected. It's kind of like when you kink a hose and the water can't come out. That's how I'm feeling. Except for in this situation, the water is your spirituality. It's your connection with your higher self and the divine. And that's what's being blocked off by something. I'm feeling a lack of discipline is one of the things. But definitely a disconnect from the earth, a disconnect just from your higher self. And grounding is the word I'm hearing over and over again. You definitely need to ground yourself. So take a step outside, breathe the fresh air, sit in the sunlight for a little bit. I know it's the summer here in the northern hemisphere, but even just a few minutes will help. And then we have strength. Okay, so with this, I'm feeling as above, so below. And we have the sun and the moon here. So with this, I'm feeling like there is an imbalance here. And that is probably what you're going to need to focus on. I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for meditation, and if there isn't, you need to make that a priority. So if you're not allowing yourself to meditate and to ground on a regular basis, I'm also feeling your root chakra and heart chakra might be blocked, as well as crown chakra. So you're definitely going to want to take the time to clear those, cleanse yourself. And I'm just feeling like this serious disconnect. I'm having a hard time getting my mouth to keep up with my mind, because there is a disconnect. I'm feeling like this is how you guys are feeling. Like you're kind of in a fog almost. And it's because you're just floating. You're ungrounded. You're not tethered anywhere right now. And with strength coming in, you know, that's telling me, again, with the self-discipline. When you are meditating and trying to make this a habit, that does require quite a bit of self-discipline. And in order for you to be in this balance, you know, meditation is extremely important. Meditation, having that relaxation, a little bit of quiet time, these things are so important to our soul, to our higher self, to be at peace and to not feel this exhaustion. So pile 2, I want to say that you really need to focus on meditation this week. You need to focus on your spiritual self more than the physical realm. You know, there's a lot of focus on what you are doing physically and what you possess, materialistic views and stuff. And I think it's time for you to switch that mode of thinking. This is not going to serve you this week. Also, I'm feeling there could be an obstacle that's really going to show you how imbalanced you are right now. Again, with strength coming up. I feel like you can overcome this, definitely. And then we have the 6 of Swords as well that just popped out. So for me, you know, this is kind of like navigating away from trouble. I definitely feel like you possess the strength to not get hurt in whatever it is that's going to come up. It's so disconnected. Everything is so disconnected. I completely lost my train of thought. You guys are totally in a fog. With the 6 of Swords, you know, I'm definitely feeling like you're going to be able to get out of whatever the situation is. I don't necessarily think anyone is deceiving you. It's not like a dangerous situation. It's just, this is no longer working for you. I'm not sure why you've cut yourself off, why you've kind of closed yourself in. Maybe you have a hard time going outside lately. That's perfectly understandable. But it is important for you to make that effort to get outside, to ground yourself. Feeling like there could be an issue coming up because you are not grounded, because you are not really sitting within yourself. You're almost, like I said, you're disconnected. I'm sorry, I keep saying the word disconnected and disconnect, but it's just like on repeat, like a broken record in my head right now. So that's the word that I keep grabbing. I feel like because there is such a disconnect between yourself, between your physical self and your spiritual self, and also there's a disconnect between you and the divine, like a blockage of some sort. I think because of that, that's why we're seeing this 8 of Coins come up, because that is the root of the issue here. And it is going to take you pretty much walking away from the situation, having the courage to change courses. So you're going to need to be courageous this week. This is more about personal development than anything else. So you're going to be looking within a lot this week, reflecting. Okay, so let's pull an oracle card. About the general energy and vibes for this week. And any other messages that need to come through. For pile 2. Pile 2 for this week. The energy and vibes the week ahead. Okay, so we have finding. And perfect. What a perfect card. Exactly what I'm talking about, exactly what I'm saying, the message that's coming through from the divine. You're looking within yourself. It's an inner knowing, it's an inner healing. So you're definitely going to be doing a lot of self-reflecting, finding yourself. Maybe you've been lost because you haven't been grounded. You're out here floating, not connected to anything, not tethered to yourself. So this is definitely going to be a time for you to find yourself again, reconnect with yourself, rekindle the relationship with yourself. Know that you have the strength to overcome whatever life throws at you. The universe is not going to give you anything you can't handle or anything that you don't need. Everything that's brought to you is the universe conspiring with you to help you, to make you stronger, to teach you lessons, to help you grow as an individual and as a soul. I think that's all I have for you today, pile 2. I hope this resonated. I hope it helped in some way, and I will see you guys in the next one. Pile 3. If you chose pile 3 or the clear quartz, let's get right into your reading for the week ahead. So this is just going to be the general energy and vibes, possible things that can come up, obstacles or otherwise. So let's start off with your angel card. You have play. Beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you'll return to work with a renewed perspective and heightened energy. So from this, what I'm getting is vacation, and that you definitely need to take a step back. You're probably someone who's very serious, and with everything that's been going on, I feel like you have had a lot of things dumped into your lap. You're finding yourself with a lot more responsibility, overworked, and there just really isn't a whole lot of time for you to have fun, go out with your friends, play with your kids. You just seem to be working more and more and more. So what I'm really getting from the divine is that this is a time for you to step back, take a bit of a load off your shoulders. Make sure that you are delegating work when it's supposed to be delegated, basically. Don't let anybody else get away with not pulling their weight. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards just to get a little bit more in depth of the week ahead and see what we're going to be dealing with. I have the 7 of coins. 7 of coins. Again, this is telling me I'm really feeling like you have been putting a lot of work in. I get the feeling also that this job is very important to you. So it could be what you went to school for, or maybe you've been working at this place for a really long time and you finally moved up in the position that you want. Seeker of Swords in reverse. So be careful that don't let the truth bite you. I'm definitely feeling like you've put in a lot of hard work and effort, and you almost feel like if you take a break or you take time away, that's going to detract from all the work that you've done. That's going to put you backwards for some reason, and it's not. If anything, it's really going to help you. As much as you feel like you have to be there in order for them to realize that they need you, that's not what's going to happen. It's only when you're not there that they're going to realize your true value, your true value, how much you really do for them. Only in your absence will they know that. So you definitely need to take some time off from work and just enjoy life for a little while. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Like I said earlier, with being overwhelmed and making sure that you are assigning responsibilities to people. If it's somebody's job to do something, don't let them get away with not doing it. And don't do it for them. I get the feeling that you are someone who, if something doesn't get done, you just do it yourself so that it's done. And I get it, you're trying to be a team player. But at the same time, that person needs to get in trouble for what they're not doing. They need to be able to stand on their own merits, not your merit. So that could be another area where you need to just take a step back and just, unfortunately, sometimes you have to let people fall. Sometimes that's the only way they're going to learn. So don't be afraid to take a step back. Going to pull one last oracle card here to close up the reading. Any final messages about the energy or vibe for the week? Anything that might come up? Any obstacles or things we need to focus on for pile 3? Okay, you know what? Passion keeps coming out. So, and then also lighten your load. So I'm going to take these 2 cards because I really feel like they apply. Passion came out a few times in the multiple cards that were being dropped. So we have passion and lighten your load. Passion, I feel like this is your everything that's not work. You know what I mean? Like you need to make time for your passions. You need to make time to play with your kids, play with your dog, whatever, whoever it is that you have fun with, you need to go out and have fun with them. And then lighten your load. We also have the 10 of Wands in reverse, which is telling me that you're overburdened, you're overworked, you've been working so hard for so long, and nobody is helping you. And that's because it's going to be up to you. You don't need to ask for help. You tell them, this is what you need to do. This is my job, and this is so-and-so's job. I need for everybody to pull their own weight. I need to be able to do my job, and they need to be able to do theirs. They need to step up and do theirs. Why are they getting paid for something when I'm doing it? If that's the case, then why are they still working here? That's kind of the attitude that I'm getting. And don't be afraid of that. At the end of the day, it's like, Why am I doing the work and this person is getting the credit for it? That doesn't make any sense. It's very unfair, and it's just adding to your workload. It's adding to your it's taking away time from the things that you want to do as well, because I feel like you are sacrificing more than these other people. So I think that's all I have for you, pile 3. I hope this helped. I hope it resonated in some way, and I will see you guys in the next video. And last but not least, pile 4. If you chose pile 4 or the selenite wand, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into your weekly vibe and energy, possible obstacles and things that can come up this week. So your angel card is assertiveness. This situation can be healed gently and with love, as you've requested. Yet, there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving your strength and guiding your words. Speak up. That's what I'm getting from this card. You are a passive person and you let things go a lot. You don't want to make waves. You don't like confrontation. Unfortunately, confrontation is a necessary part of life. And I get it. Sometimes confrontation gives me anxiety, so I completely understand that. However, unfortunately, it's a necessary thing at times. It's a necessary evil. It can be uncomfortable, but there's no growth in comfort. So just keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot cards to get a little bit more information about the week ahead. For my pile 4. So we have the Lovers. Okay. There is a partnership of some sort. It could be a romantic partnership. I'm not really getting that. But it's definitely some sort of relationship, some sort of partnership where you have been letting things go. You have been letting things slide, because for the most part, the relationship was fine. It's been working out. Everybody seems to be happy. However, as of late, it's no longer fulfilling you in some way. It's kind of a one-sided relationship, I'm feeling. Okay, and then we have the 9 of Coins in reverse. Again, this feels like a one-sided relationship. It feels like you are putting all of this effort in, and while you're trying to build yourself up on top of this, trying to have this wealth, trying to have this comfortableness, comfort. I can see you trying to be comfortable. It's more than comfortable though. It's like content. No, it's more than content. It's not quite happiness, and it's not quite lavish, but it's like you are comfortable. You're like the next level above comfortable. That's what you're trying to give to yourself. And for whatever reason, this relationship it's blocking that. It's not allowing that to happen. And it all has to do with your assertiveness. Don't be afraid to say what you want, to speak your mind, and to be authentically yourself. If something hurts you, it hurts you. Point blank, period. Yeah, look, we have the 4 of Wands in reverse. So the foundation of this relationship, I feel like, is kind of coming apart at the seams, almost as if it was held together with glue, and now that, it's getting really hot, the glue's coming apart. I am going to pull one more tarot card. Of course, the Seeker of Wands comes out. I'm going to pull one more in addition to that. And we have the Sovereign of Coins, or the Queen of Coins. So again, I really feel like you're trying to have this stability. You're trying to have this, you're trying to get answers, but there's no answers here. You just keep ending up with more questions. And it all has to do with this partnership, this relationship in which you are not being assertive. You're not being authentic. You're not being, you're not speaking your truth. You're not, it's not that you're being dishonest. It's just that you are letting things slide, and it's making you uncomfortable. But more than making you uncomfortable, there is absolutely no benefit for you. There's no reason for you to be in this partnership if it's going to continue the same way. I'm feeling like either you or the other person, okay, one of two things. Either you or the other person, one of you has tattoos. The other thing I'm thinking is that you have a matching tattoo with this person, or you guys got tattoos together. Not necessarily the same tattoo, but you went together and both got a tattoo on the same day. Okay, so I'm just going to pull an oracle card just to finish out the reading. I'm sorry I can't be more specific about who the person is. I'm not getting any names or anything. So let's go ahead and pull an oracle card for my pile 4. Any further messages about the upcoming week, the energy, or the vibe? Any other messages? Wow, this deck is all over the place right now. Okay, healing and commitment. Yeah, so I definitely feel like a commitment is being tested here. A commitment is being tested here, and the way you're going to be healing this, I don't necessarily think that the relationship needs to end, but you do need to speak up. You need to speak your mind. Stop just going along with things. You are an individual. You have wants, you have desires, you have needs. Speak those things. There's no shame in that. Speak up for yourself. Don't just go along with the pack. Don't just go along because you're afraid that you're going to be cast out or something. That's not the situation you're in. This person is waiting for you to speak up. I don't see any situation in which they're going to be hesitant or that you're going to be getting any pushback. And if you do, I really don't feel like you will, but if you do, that should be a red flag to you. If you saying that you want a specific thing or that you're uncomfortable with something, you don't like something, something hurt you, and they have a problem with that, that should be a huge red flag for you. And maybe you will need to rethink this commitment, rethink this lovers, because at the end of the day, you are the Queen of Pentacles. You have this beautiful energy. You can manifest things, you can create things and bring them into being. You don't necessarily need this other person in your life. What I'm seeing right now is they're neither doing good nor bad in your life, so it is what it is. But don't be afraid when the walls start crumbling down. Speak your mind. If you don't want to live in this 9 of Pentacles in reverse energy, you're gonna have to speak up. You're gonna need to get some answers here. You're gonna need to have that passion, that fire, that motivation, the strength, the courage. You need the courage to speak up. So you're gonna have to find that courage within yourself, pile 4, because it's gonna be super important for you this week to be honest with this person. To be honest about where you stand and what you want from the relationship going forward. I think that's all I have for you, pile 4. I hope this resonated. I hope it helped in some way. And I will see you guys in the next one.